Hi there, these comments are for FW. I am Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com, and this is my free TOEFL speaking evaluation service. And I'm listening to a speaking practice test you sent me yesterday, and I'm going to listen to it a couple of times, and after I'm done, I'm going to give you an estimated score from 0 to 30 points so you can see any delivery, maybe any language use, or any topic development issues that you may have. So the question here is, what is your best method of study? Do you prefer to study alone, or do you prefer to study as a group?
Personally, I prefer study alone because that would make my learning more efficient. Firstly, when I study alone, I can learn at my own pace. I don't need to rush or wait to follow others' pace. So I think I can concentrate better on my learning when I study at my own pace. Secondly, if I started with a group, probably I have to deal with the problem that I've already solved, but others are still working on. In this case, starting with a group would waste my time and make my learning less efficient. So, in the word, I like study alone.
Okay, definitely problems with gerunds. So I like studying alone, not I like study alone. So you want to make sure if you're using like I like what, I like studying alone, or I like studying with a group. You have to use an object after a transitive verb like that, and gerunds can function in that role, not the verb itself. Okay, so I think after listening to your response, I'm going to put you between 2.5 and 3. I'm going to say maybe 19 to 20 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. So I think you have some problems in all three areas here. Let's listen to it one more time.
Personally, I prefer study alone because
Either you're not clearly pronouncing the grammatical word ending, or you're forgetting it. So either way, either it's a delivery or it's a language use issue. You have study, which is 2 syllables. You have studying. Studying is actually 3 syllables, and I'm not hearing that third syllable there, so I'm assuming that you might not understand how to use gerunds. That might be a grammar limitation for you, so be careful. You look in the 2 area, it says the response demonstrates limited range and control of grammar and vocabulary.
make my learning more efficient. Firstly, when I study alone, I can learn at my own pace. I don't
Okay, let's go back. You says I can learn, right? Let's go back to what you said in the beginning. Sounded like you said would.
because that would make my learning more efficient.
It would make. Sounds like you're speaking hypothetically.
Firstly, when I study alone, I can speak.
I could, right? So you're going from would to can. So you got to make up your mind here. If you want to talk about a present possible condition, you can use present tense and future tense verbs. So I will this, I can do that, I am, blah, blah, blah. So be careful about your verb tenses.
At my own pace. I don't need to rush or wait to follow others' pace. So I think I can concentrate better on my learning when I study at my own pace.
Okay. Now let's give an example there. You can say, for example, last semester I was studying in my biology class trying to understand more about cell division. So as I was studying on my own, I was able to go through each of the different parts of the chapter so I could understand more about cell division, and I didn't have to worry about any other group members interfering in my studies, so I had complete control over my pace. How much I wanted to spend in this area, how much I needed to spend in another area. So you could say something like that.
Secondly, if I started with a group, probably I have to deal with the problem that I've already solved, but others are still working on. In this case,
And you're just not clearly articulating that. So once you explain that idea, you need to give a specific example to support that.
starting with a group would waste my time time and make my learning less efficient. So, in a word, I like study alone.
Let's go back, check your grammar right at the very end there. So, in a word.
In a word, I like study alone.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying I like study alone. So you definitely have problems with gerunds, right? So if you want to go to Google, put this. What are gerunds in English grammar? Or how to use gerunds in English grammar? Even more specifically, how to use gerunds as subjects and objects in English grammar if you want to study that, because that's where you're having some problems. I think that my score is pretty accurate here. Let me look at it one more time. Yeah, I think in the 2 area here. So I think even with delivery, I'd like to see you make some improvements with your intonation. I think that's going to help you with your intelligibility. Your language use, you're having problems controlling both your verb tenses and your gerunds. You got to work in that area. And then with your topic development, you simply need a little bit more specificity. You need to elaborate. It says here in 2, mostly basic ideas are expressed with limited elaboration, details, and support. Right? You can improve in that area also. And thank you for doing this practice test. And if you have more questions, believe it or not, you can talk to me in person, face to face. You can do that. So if you have questions, right below my name in the email that you see, you can click on the Zoom link. I am available each day, Monday through Friday right now. Now, you can also go over to bettertoeflscores.com. Right at the top there, I update my Zoom availability each day because as my schedule changes from one semester to the next, so my office hours will change consequently. But come by if you want to talk, especially if you're interested in an inexpensive plan to help you beat the TOEFL once and for all. I'm ready to help you. Have a great day.